Bring your friends and your folks along down to the river and sing this song.
RiverFest, it's the best.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessie Eckroad and I'm the Outreach Program Coordinator at Carpenter Croix Valley Nature Center. At CNC, we've been proud to partner with RiverFest since the inception of the event. And although RiverFest programming is going to look a little bit different this year, we're glad for the opportunity to continue to collaborate with the community of Hudson. As many of you are aware, Carpenter Nature Center will not be doing in-person programming this year for RiverFest due to health concerns related to COVID-19. That being said, we hope you enjoy this series of animal meet and greet videos featuring the ambassadors from Carpenter Nature Center.
Snakes are a marvel of evolution that inspire admiration in some people and loathing in others. Their legless, slithering bodies are a wonder of animal locomotion. But these peaceful, powerful creatures have a bad reputation that stretches back in time for millennia. Despite the disdain some humans feel for snakes, snakes are an essential element in the web of life and should be considered our friends and allies. There are 16 species of snake native to the St. Croix River Valley, 7 of which are listed as being vulnerable species in need of conservation action. One of the species of special concern is our featured ambassador, the Western Hognose Snake, also known as the Plains Hognose Snake. The hognose snake is a small, stout-bodied snake that can reach 3 feet in length. It is tan in color with a row of dark brown blotches running down its back and a dark bar that extends to the corner of the mouth and connects the eye. The belly is black in color, and the snake also has a distinctive shovel-shaped snout. Hognose snakes are often mistaken for venomous rattlesnakes, but there are several ways to distinguish between the two. First of all, hognose snakes do not have the characteristic tail rattle of a rattlesnake. Additionally, hognose snakes have an oval-shaped head, whereas rattlesnakes have a triangle-shaped head. Lastly, hognose snakes have a circular pupil like humans, whereas rattlesnakes have a slit pupil like a cat. All that being said, you should not get close enough to a snake to determine if it is venomous or not. Always respect the space of snakes. As long as you keep your distance and remain aware of your surroundings while spending time in nature, snakes in this area pose little threat to humans. Hognose snakes prefer open prairie lands with sandy or gravelly soil. They will overwinter below the frost line in mammal burrows in these areas. Loss of prairie due to agriculture and development has greatly reduced suitable habitat for hognose snakes, as it has for other prairie-dwelling animals as well. Western hognose snakes can be found from southwestern Manitoba, Canada, to northern Mexico. In Minnesota, western hognose snakes are found along the western edge and are rarely found east of the St. Croix River, but they are occasionally sighted in Wisconsin. In the St. Croix River Valley, their range overlaps with that of their close relatives, the eastern hognose snake. Hognose snakes are crepuscular, which means they hunt mainly in the early morning and late evening. Toads make up 80% of their diet, although they also eat invertebrates and juvenile mice and birds. Hognose snakes are so well adapted to eat toads that they have the ability to negate the toxins found in a toad's skin. This snake makes use of its shovel-like snout to dig in sandy soil to find its prey. Hognose snakes are considered to be rear-fanged and possessing venom glands, but they do not pose any danger to humans. While the saliva they excrete is considered toxic, it is only harmful to their prey. Being a small species of snake, hognoses have several predators, including hawks, crows, fox, coyotes, raccoon, and larger snakes. When threatened by a predator, the hognose snake will stand erect, flatten their neck like a cobra, and strike at the danger. If that tactic doesn't deter the predator, the snake will begin to spasm and then roll onto its back to feign death. They even void their stomach and bowels, creating a putrid smell that most predators choose to avoid. Once the predator leaves the area, the snake rolls back onto its belly and slithers away. During the month of July, female hognose snakes lay a clutch of between 2 to 24 creamy, white, elliptical eggs, which are buried in the sand or in damp soil. The young emerge in August and September, and as soon as they hatch, they are able to hunt for prey. These snakes live between 9 and 19 years in the wild, and sometimes longer than 20 years in captivity. In Minnesota, the western hognose snake is a species of special concern. The species is susceptible to loss and change of its prairie habitat, persecution by people including intentional injury and death, and collection for the pet trade. Collection for the pet trade is a key reason many species around the world are endangered or threatened today. If you would like to keep a snake as a pet, make sure to source the animal from a reputable, captive breeder. If you are fortunate enough to find a snake in the wild, respect its space and enjoy observing them from a distance. Carpenter Nature Center's hognose snake was bred in captivity and hatched in 2008 at the Twin Cities Reptile Store. It lived as an animal ambassador at the Maplewood Nature Center in Maplewood, Minnesota from 2009 to 2018. The hognose snake came to Carpenter Nature Center in 2018 as the staff at Maplewood thought she would be better suited to our Animal Ambassador program. Carpenter Nature Center's hognose snake is a wonderful ambassador, teaching thousands of visitors every year about our natural environment and threatened and endangered species.
Now bring your friends and your folks along.